Hello everyone, Michael O'Brien here, and today we are going to learn how to spread the cards. Hello my friends, welcome back to another episode of Advice for Magicians, where the goal is to help you to take your magic to the next level. Today we're going to talk about something that a lot of people want to know how to do, and that is very simple. How to spread the cards so you can go pick a card, any card. Now, I don't want you guys to feel like you have to do this, but this is just something that you can learn how to do. It looks really cool. If I had a nickel for every time I just spread out the cards and said, here, go ahead and take one, and someone was like, dude, that was so cool. How did you do that, right? Like, I've had people swear that the cards are like floating, like on a cloud, that they're not even just in my hands, that they're like literally levitating. So I'm going to show you guys 3 different ways to spread the cards in this video. Woof. It is a hot summer day in here. I am like dripping. I know that was too much information, but we're going to go ahead and dive into this video anyways. So, if you have not already done so, please make sure to click the subscribe button and don't forget to ring the bell. That way you guys know every time I upload a new video. Also, if you guys would like to support the channel, be sure to click the join button and become a member. For just $1 a month, you get access to a bunch of awesome stuff, including magic tutorial videos, early access to videos, emojis, badges, and even discounts in the O'Brien Magic Shop. I'd like to welcome some of the newest members here. So ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Randy the Magic Guy, Magic Sam 611, and Chris on Recovery. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you to all my members. Thank you to all my subscribers. It's because of you guys that I am able to keep this channel going. So let's take a look at 3 different ways that we can spread the cards. Now, the first way that I want to show you guys is the card spread, and it looks just like this, right? It can be as wide as you want it to be. I like to do it nice and wide because it makes the spectators feel like they get a nice, good selection of a card. They don't feel like they're restricted to the top couple of cards or whatever. But it's not necessarily you can spread the cards out like this. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to get some good distance. To get some good distance on that card spread. The second spread that I want to show you guys is a ribbon spread on the table. You guys have probably seen something like this before. It looks really cool when magicians do it. And the third spread is a fan to let a spectator choose a card like this. So we're going to talk about those 3 things in this video. So first, let's talk about the in the hand spread. Looks just like this. Now the way that I'm doing that is I'm actually starting the spread a little bit with the left hand, right? So we're holding the deck in left hand's mechanics grip. I start the spread, and then this hand comes in, the thumb grips and drags some cards away, right? These fingers are going to come underneath and help support the rest of the cards. Then I'm just going to start pushing off more blocks of cards with this thumb and just open up the spread more and more until I'm at a point where I can't really open it up anymore. Now, if I show you what's going underneath, you'll see that my fingers are really supporting all of the cards, even though it almost kind of looks like the cards are floating in midair, right? If I was to take this away, you can see how wide the spread is. Now, I can't really bring my finger up, I don't think. Maybe if I tilt it like this, you can see that the corner of this card is literally being held just by my pinky, right? So you can get a pretty wide spread. Let me try that again so you guys can see a nice clean spread, right? You can get a pretty wide spread on just one card. Now, you may also notice when I spread the card, I don't spread it straight out like this. I actually curve it a little bit. So as I'm spreading the cards, I do curve them out a little bit. This is going to make the spread look a little bit wider than it really is, right? So they get a nice fat selection of cards from this spread. If I take this away and I show you the left hand actually is a little bit sadder than the right hand. Most of the cards are being held with the right hand. The left hand is just a few cards like this, right? But this is what it looks like on the underneath, right? Again, these fingers are supporting everything. And from the top, I'm digging really deep too. I'm not holding the card out here. I'm digging really deep into the crotch of the thumb so I can get as much cards out on the spread as possible, right? Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes it's perfect. Sometimes it's a little clumpy, right? And that's totally fine. But this is a really cool way to have a card chosen. like I said, the audience a lot of the times is already shocked and amazed, and you haven't even done anything yet. All you've done is just spread out the cards. So it looks really cool. So that is the way to spread the cards in your hands. Now the way to spread the cards on the table, just like this is called a ribbon spread. What we're going to do is we're actually going to hold the cards in sort of like a biddle grip, right? Or like in a swing cut position. And we're going to bring the index finger to the front of the cards like this. And this is going to be the thing that controls the spread of the cards. You want to apply just a little bit of pressure downwards using this index finger here as you spread the cards. Now, if you apply too much pressure, of course, the cards are going to separate. And if you don't apply enough pressure, you're not going to spread the cards hardly at all. So you do have to just kind of gauge the amount of pressure that you use. But essentially, you're going to just put pressure down on the deck, and I'm pushing downwards as my hand goes from my left side to my right side. Right? Really easy. Again, the index finger is the thing doing like 99% of the work. It's resting here and here on the index finger. So once again, straight across just like this. Now if you want to, I know some people like to do an arc. You can do an arc if you want to. That looks really cool also. And that same kind of optical illusion where since the cards are spreading outwards in sort of a circular pattern, it gives the illusion of a wider spread. So, sorry, I kind of moved the table there. Gives the illusion of a wider spread, kind of like when we did this, right? But it's up to you. You can do like this. And then some people like to do like a little flourish. You can add that in there if you want. In order to do that little flourish, all you're going to do is just lift this corner up here just like this, and then the index finger is going to go at the top of the wave, and you're just going to bring your fingers across like this. You can actually make it go back and forth, right? And then I throw a bunch of cards on the floor. I am always throwing cards on the floor. Let's make a drinking game. Every time I drop cards on the floor, you guys got to take a drink. You will not be able to get through the video without, you know, being a little tipsy. But yeah, so that's essentially it. You just spread out the cards like this, and then if you want, you can do a cute little flourish just like this. Now, sorry, let me pick these up. Ugh. Now let's take one last look at one more thing. This is going to be called a fan. Now there's tons of different ways to do a fan. I'm going to show you the most basic and easiest one. This is just called a thumb fan. Okay, and the way that this works is really easy. You're just going to grip the cards in the left hand. You're going to do a right-handed thumb fan so that you can show the cards just like this, and you can have a card selected here. Okay, if you do it with the right hand and thumb the fans with the left, you'll actually notice that the cards look blank. If you guys want to learn a really cool routine using blank cards, I'll leave a link in the description below to a couple of really cool tricks teaching blank card routines. Vistaprint is a really cool short to the point trick, and drawing a blank is another really fun one that I like to perform. So if you guys want to learn that, I'll leave links in the description to those videos. Of course, they're in the members only playlist, so you will have to be a member to access those videos. But again, it's only $1 a month. It might be worth it for you guys. All right, so let's take a look at how to do this thumb fan. So you're going to grip the cards, right, with the thumb and the first and the middle finger kind of at the bottom of the deck, just like this, right? And again, you're going to kind of figure out exactly the amount of pressure and the exact position that's most comfortable for you. For me, the thumb is just right about at the edge of the pack. So just, if I can show you, just like this, right? And then using the using the thumb of your right hand, you're going to put some pressure on the cards as you bring them around just like this. Now again, if you don't put enough pressure, like the cards won't spread. If you put too much pressure, right, you get a little bit of a wider spread. If you put like a ton of pressure, actually that wasn't too bad. Let me try to screw it up. It's like really hard to screw it up. You put too much pressure, you see how the fan looks kind of like meh, and like there's a big chunk of cards down here. For an even spread, you want to try to put an even amount of pressure all the way around to try to have the spread be as even as possible, right? And now you can say, go ahead and pick out a card. And they take out a card, right? Doesn't matter which one. Let's just say they grab this one. And then to close the spread, all I do is I bring my hand to the bottom and just rotate everything until the spread is closed, right? So one more time, just like this. They take out a card, right? And then to close the fan, you just close it like this. So That there is 3 ways to have a card chosen. Doing any one of these 3 things will have you looking like a real pro. Every time I do this, someone always goes, "Whoa, that was cool." And it's like, I haven't even done anything yet. All I did was spread out the cards. Because a lot of people, you got to forget, we forget as magicians, a lot of people don't know how to do this stuff. Just going like this, and people are like, how'd you do that? Like, as magicians, to us, it's just like, no, we handle cards all day, so we're used to doing that. But to the lay audience, that looks really cool. So take advantage of that. Now, as always, at the end of every video, I have a question of the day for you guys. Today's question is, what is your favorite way to have a card chosen by a spectator? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already done so, make sure to click the subscribe button and don't forget to ring the bell. That way you'll know every time I upload a new video. If you'd like to check out some more magic, visit us at o'brienmagic.com and be sure to check out our online magic shop, where you will find the latest and greatest magic books, downloads, and accessories.